and we'll wait for like a minute or two, and if nobody shows, then that's the game.
Yeah, I guess
Oh,
so.
wait, somebody did join. Who is it?
Oh, no, Naya's here, dude.
Naya's here. And this is Naya from Emotional Damage as they get a 2-0 over the Apes. How did it feel getting tiny 2 games in a row?
It felt really good, honestly. I was honestly wasn't too surprised with their first couple bans, but I was more expecting them to pick it because it's like when I was scouting them out, I just saw that Chris had played Tiny just last week.
Oh, so they had been playing Tiny.
Yeah. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take it from them if I can.
Yeah.
Yeah, they just gave it to you. I mean, I guess they value the Disruptor more than the Tiny, so.
Which, would you say it paid off or no?
I would say so, yes, just because it's like with the bands that we focused on, the gameplay we did is we were just about giving that Tiny space.
Right.
So there's definitely a hero. Early picking a Tiny, that still gives them the enemy the opportunity to be able to counter him. And that's why our bands definitely focus both games around like Ursa or Medusa, heroes that can withstand not just his burst, but at the same time dish out even more damage like the Ursa can.
Now, to be fair, in this game too, even though you got a Tiny, before Tiny was even online, you guys looked like you could finish the game without him. I mean, you guys were just rolling over him, even without that hero. Do you think this was just like a big missed draft here by Apes, or do you think you just like you guys were feeling it?
Honestly, just like I would say yes. It was just a missed draft because we definitely had the stronger, because each of our guys definitely had a purpose, while I definitely was more worried about where their heroes were going to go. Because, like I said before, like when you're scouting this team out, you have no idea where they're going to put guys, their positions, or like what heroes they're going to pick. So it's like it's really fun trying to figure out. It's like, okay, what kind of plan are these guys coming up with?
Right. Which Chris Berman played the win mid first game, and Clinks.
This game he did the Clinks.
Now I would think first game their Brewmaster and they actually had a pretty scary lineup. That Brewmaster was kind of tearing you guys up, but then of course all of a sudden the Tiny comes online and 2 shots is Panda Bears, right?
Takes everything out. Yes, and that's one thing we even talked about earlier about if they did pick the Tiny, we were worried about picking Brewmaster ourselves, since Herbie is an excellent Brewmaster player himself. And so he mentioned that it's like, you know, if they don't pick Brewmaster, because Tiny will just shred him later in the game when he comes online.
But it did feel so good at the beginning. I mean, it felt like it was really controlling some of that pace. But that whole time you guys just kind of knew that things would turn and you just eventually be able to round them out. And to be fair, that Timbersaw had a pretty good game as well. And is that kind of how you guys work around when you've got a Tiny? Is like, okay, let them prioritize, you know, countering Tiny, and let's just beat all their lanes.
I would say, yeah, sure. This is honestly my first time drafting for a team in a league, so it's like I don't know too much about that kind of strategy. But that was honestly what our game plan was just all about, let's win our lanes, be aggressive, whatnot. And even though I was like, I'm super proud about that Brewmaster, because him and the Clockwork really made that lane work out real well for them.
Right. Now, Pingling, do you have any other questions?
No, I think you
all
did
right.
a good job, man.
Well,
thank you.
Yeah, thanks for coming on to chat with us. And I mean, good luck moving forward. Anything you want to say to any other competitors as you move on? You know, any beef starting?
I don't have anything to say. It's like, I'm not Puppy. I'm not gonna say stay down.
Any players you want to tell them how much they suck and?
Actually, no. There is one that I do want to say how much he sucks, but I don't know if he's actually watching this. His name's Kiki.
Oh.
And I always give him such a hard time because he knows the game so well, and I'm just playing the game my style, and he gets mad at me because I'm playing aggressive on these defensive heroes, and I'm getting mad at him because he's just farming as a carry player should be, and I'm just like, come on. That's all I gotta say. But hey, man, definitely was a fun series tonight, and I really enjoyed it.
And it was fun
was
to
a pleasure
watch.
to
So
watch.
thank you so much for giving us some games to watch, and thank you for coming. So have a great
Oh, wow.
night.
Same for you guys.
And that again was Naya from Team Emotional Damage, as they get a good old tiny 2-0 stomp.